Welcome guys to TechExpress. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to create a poster into Canva. I'm going to be using a few applications that are inside Canva, so you want to make sure that you have the latest app. So just head into canva.com, create an account, and let's just get started. The very first thing we want to do is to look out for the actual wallpaper or the poster that we want to emulate. I mean, we don't want to copy paste. We actually want to create our own stuff. So let's say, for example, that I'm going to go and open a new tab. In here, I wanted to look out for, let's go for a Super Mario poster. I'm going to key it into images. And take a look into this movie poster. Take a look into all the elements that appears in here. So we have here the characters, we have one color here, we have another color here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, and we're seeing actually a lot of elements, a lot of things into just one poster. So this is just like a teaser, an image teaser of what we're going to be seeing into our movie. So what I want to do is to check it out, these actual dimensions. We have 1294. Let's go into Canva, create design. Let's go for 1294 by, and here I do have the 2048. So let's go for 2048, which is the 2048 pixels once again. So there you go. I'm going to hit now into create a design. And this is the very first part. I want to go here into copy my image. I'm going to paste that here. And there we go. So you just going to need to move that into the upper side, and this is how I can get started with my actual poster. So what I want to do now is to change the transparency. Let's go and move that, let's say for example like this. And what I want to do is to create a poster with all these same elements that I do have here for the actual position. So I want to lock the background, so I'm not going to be able to move this. I'm going to be using this as a mask, so I can start to import my own custom stuff, my own custom ideas. If I go into design, let's go and focus into search templates, and check it out. If I import poster, it's going to appear in a lot of templates. So what I want to do is to either choose a template that looks a little bit like the one that we have just downloaded as an inspiration. And if you don't find that, I mean, we can just start from day number 1. So as you can see here, we have this retro stuff, and all the elements actually appears that it's looking really great into my actual background. So if I Control C, I'm going to open a new tab and only copy paste, and automatically all this stuff has now been gathered automatically. So what I just need to do, actually, I don't need to change like a lot of stuff here. Check it out how all the text appears down here. So maybe instead of having this text here, I'm going to scroll a little bit up. I'm going to zoom this. I want to select this one. I'm going to select all of these elements. I'm going to make this a little bit more smaller, and I'm going to move this down here like this. So there we go. So now this one looks a little bit just as the style of our reference. So later on we can change the actual color. Later on you can change the effects, because I don't see that actually this is missing the featuring stuff. So I'm going to scroll like this, and you just make the quick comparison. So then I think that I don't need to have a mask, so I can have the same position and transparency 100%, and I can make the actual difference. So I think that I needed to see my logos here. I needed to see the only in theaters, and I needed to have my actual title. So as you can see, the title is a little bit more upper, and that's totally depend on you. That's the reason why I wanted to find an actual inspiration for our elements. So I'm going to delete these elements because I don't want to see these elements. There we go. I want to delete this one as well as this one and this one. So here what I want to do, maybe I do love to, let's say, to think that since I'm making a poster, I wanted to make elements a little bit more tinier, for example like this, because I wanted to have space into my actual poster. So I want to select these elements, make this a little bit more smaller, and put that here like this. And then later on I can do exactly the same thing with my titles. So I'm going to make this smaller, position this one, let's say for example like this, and now I have the total space to import here my logos. So for example, let's say that I have a poster for YouTube movies. So I'm going to be scrolling, I'm making a zoom, and here into the uploads, or going to elements, Let's go for YouTube. And there we go. So I'm going to choose the logo of YouTube, which is this one. I'm going to move that here. And then later what I want to do after I have positioned my actual logo, I'm going to change this for the color of my actual wallpaper. So I'm going to hit here which says color. I'm going to use these colors like this, and this one should be like this, but a little bit more darker. There we go. So there we go. So as you can see, this one is YouTube. So I'm going to select my logo and change the transparency a little bit like this, 60%. There we go. So I can import all the logos of my actual poster here. So let's say, for example, that I want to add something related into the music industry or into the filming industry. For example, we have Columbia Pictures. So I can go for Columbia Pictures into the elements. And if you don't see the actual graphics, you don't have to worry about that. Then you can later on import those directly from the Google search bar. So for example, let's assume that this is an actual logo of a production company. So I'm going to be putting that here like this, and here's my text. I want to add this new text. Let's go for production, and I'm going to make this a little bit more smaller like this and put that here. So the same thing, select the elements, go into the transparency and make this 60% once again here. Now I'm gonna go and open a new tab. Let's go for Columbia Pictures logo, black and white PNG file. If I go directly into my images, I do have now this actual logo. I can locate, for example, this logo. So I paste my logo, and since this one is totally black, I want to edit this, and then later on I wanted to change the temperature, the brightness of course, the whiteys and the blacks. There we go. So I'm going to make this a little bit more smaller, put that here like this, and change the transparency to 60%. So since I don't have like a lot of logos, I think that I wanted to just drag those in here, scroll a little bit down, and check it out how it's going to be looking my actual poster. So as you can see, it's looking really great. Now as you can see, we have 1 2 3 4 colors. I'm going to be adding just one color into the overlay layer, so I wanted to see something like this. So let's just assume that I have just created this stuff for myself. I'm going to go into my elements, and now I'm going to go for highlight, and I have this elements. So what you can see, I'm going to hit now into graphics, and I do have this now highlight. I want to scroll a bit down and see if there's something else, or I can look out for this one. So now what I want to do is just to move this. So what I'm doing here is actually being creative with my actual logo branding stuff. So as you can see, it's actually looking now great. Check it out, this actual color. I think I kind of like that, and I'm going to change this. I'm going to move this into the back, and it's looking really great. So what is left to be done is just to hit into share. I'm going to hit into download, and I want to change the actual size to make it a little bit more big enough so I can save this as an actual poster, so I can use this for GPG. And then later on, what I can do is just to make the actual printing. If you're going to be printing this, I can totally just use a PDF file, because it's going to be a little bit more faster, and it's going to be looking really great into your actual printing page. So choose RGB. So this is our poster, guys. So with that being said, I think we have now reached into the very end of the video. We know how to create this stuff. It's looking really awesome. I wanted to print this actually right now as we are speaking. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more amazing tips about this great app. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have lots of fun, and I'll see you next time.